Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to do the 6-year 500-hour review of the John Deere 1023E, and I'm actually going to have some lab results from the oil that I tested. All I tested was the motor oil. I eventually want to test the other, the hydraulic fluids as well, but I just haven't done that yet. So anyways, I'll get into the review right now. All right, folks, so here's the review breakdown. For the most part, the good has been, it's been pretty reliable. I had, no real issues with it overall. I did have to replace the battery once. I had to replace the hood. The hood was not my fault. The battery, I guess, they're only going to last so long. Getting the battery out was kind of a pain in the butt. I did have these pictures recently where I was just kind of randomly checking the battery and noticed that it was in this kind of shape, which was pretty crazy. So I ended up having to buy a new bolt that goes through the positive battery cable, which again wasn't a huge deal. It was just kind of interesting that I had to do that. That it would, that the acid had just worked its way all the way through that bolt, but I can't complain too much. The next thing was I did add one of these handles. They don't really give you a lot to, to grab a hold on to get onto the tractor. And I was using the steering wheel, which you can do. I mean, it's fine to do that. But eventually, I don't want to make it super wobbly or anything like that. It's not now. It's pretty solid. So I don't have a whole lot of complaints there. But I just figured I would add that to make it, better. And then this axle is the one that is leaking. I don't know if you can't really see that it's kind of shiny or whatever right there, but here's a picture of it. It's not leaking very much, so I'm not too worried. I just noticed when I got done some work at church, once I went ahead and got it on the trailer, and when I got home there was like a puddle under the axle, and I was like, well, that's kind of a bummer. So, just another thing I'll eventually have to do. I did notice a number of other guys were having to do the same thing, so I guess it's probably not super, atypical, I guess. So it's, not a big issue. The tires have held up pretty decent. I've got a ton of holes in some of the tires. I did actually get some other tires that I want to replace with that hold a few more, quite a bit more PSI and have a little bit better load rating. And these are just very holy. Hey, Maverick. Hey, buddy. Good boy. And mostly what I use this for is mowing and stump grinding. As you can see here, not so much the mowing, but the stump grinding. And I've used plenty of, done bucket work, grapple work with it. And I've used the bush hog on it, a flail mower, a tiller. So I've used a number of things, a land plane on it. It's really performed really well for all of those things. So I really don't have, any major complaints about that. And it sips fuel. Like, if you fill this thing up, you can probably run like 8 or 9 hours, or maybe even more. I don't know. I haven't run out of gas or running out of fuel or anything, but it can run and run and run. I do think this is one thing that maybe is going to be an issue, is that these seats that John Deere uses kind of stink. They always have some sort of, they're like glued on there, I think. And it hasn't been an issue yet, but I imagine one of these reviews that I do are going to have an issue with seat replacement. And I might see if I can try to get like a 1025 seat, because that is one of the items that I thought was really cool about the 1025. I just wasn't going to pay $2,500 extra for a 1025. So for the most part, it's been a pretty good tractor. It's been very handy. It's the kind of tractor you get and then you're wondering why you didn't get it, before. And I'm going to do like an updated upgrade video at some point in time to go over the upgrades that I have on the tractor, and then tell you what I think about each one, if it was worth it, if it wasn't worth it, and hopefully that'll help you guys maybe decide to buy certain upgrades and then pass on other upgrades. So that's kind of what I would what I'll hope to do in a future video. In any case, overall it's been pretty good, other than the minor battery issue and the leaky axle, which is, I don't think, going to be a big deal. And but anyways, I'll get into the oil results, which were really good. I thought they said some really good things about the engine, so I'll get into that right now. So this is a printout of the type of oil I use when the oil was changed. It was changed at a roughly 100-hour, maybe slightly over 100-hour interval. I normally do 200, but I wanted to do it before the warranty was up. But it gives you a breakdown. They kind of give you a little commentary on the oil that appears to me to be looking pretty good. And then it kind of gets into the breakdown of the actual technical part, with the metals per parts per million, all that kind of stuff, how they break it down. And if I misspoke because I'm not an engineer, then you can look at the charts that they have here. But the oil has held up pretty good, and the engine is very, very, it's barely broken in, I think, at 500 plus hours, which isn't that much. But just something to note, in these couple pages right here. So that pretty much wraps up this video on the review, 6-year review, 500 hour. I normally do my reviews in September, but I just kind of got behind this time, so that's why it's like in, early October. But hopefully you found this video interesting and informative, and if you're thinking about buying one of these or a 1025R, it's pretty much the same tractor, but wanted to, break this down for you and add some technical data on this one. If you found it useful, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. That helps the channel grow. And if you want to see more videos on the John Deere 1 Series or my garden tractors, you can hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.